Gaethje fought very fucking dirty in this fight. A lot of eye pokes, a groin shot as well. I think Paddy Pimblett had a groin shot that he landed too, but that was towards the end of the fight where it was just an absolute mess of a scrap between the two.
The highly anticipated, absolutely blockbuster showdown has finally taken place. The Octagon door just shut on one of the most awaited lightweight clashes of late. Paddy the Baddy Pimblett versus the human highlight reel, Justin Gaethje. They finally stepped into that hallowed octagon to settle a long-standing, simmering rivalry once and for all. But let me tell you, when that final bell rang, the fight world didn't just erupt over the result. They were left stunned by what happened on the mic immediately after. As the fight world digest the action, we have to talk about the moment that had Joe Rogan and the entire arena holding their breath. The heartbreaking speech that signaled the end of an era.
48-47, 49-46, and 49-46 for the winner.
It was an absolutely incredible fight, incredible war. I want you to enjoy it, enjoy your victory. Congratulations on the interim championship belt. Look forward to seeing you fight for the title.
I just want to thank the UFC for allowing me to be in this position. It's like my 11th main event.
Obviously delivered in the main event, capped off with a war. Just give us your thoughts on Justin Gaethje and Paddy Pimblett delivering a 5-round battle.
Yeah, I mean, what a couple. So Paddy Pimblett at the weigh-in yesterday says, I'm going to knock this motherfucker out tomorrow. And I was like, that's interesting. And he never abandoned that game plan. Even when, you know, he got dropped a couple times, I kept waiting for him. I'm like, he's eventually going to have to shoot and try to submit him. Now, you know, I didn't know Paddy Pimblett had a chin like that till tonight. And, yeah, absolute dogfight in a war, and much respect to both guys.
We haven't seen Justin yet, so we don't know what his status is physically. But, I mean, is the interim, you know, is the unification fight have to be next? Or is there a case if he's hurt and needs to be out for a while?
Apparently he's 100%. So we sent Paddy Pimblett straight to the hospital, and then we're going to send Gaethje too. And Gaethje's like, believe me, I've been in plenty of wars. I'm good. So as far as we know right now, he's healthy.
Dana, I remember when Paddy first arrived in the UFC, you were saying stuff like, well, his entrance is good and it's all well and good to get the fans, but he needs to be able to fight. Obviously, we've seen him have great wins before, but to show you the durability he had in that fight tonight, do you feel like even though he lost, he will be considered one of the best in that division moving forward?
No doubt about it. I mean, he was the favorite tonight. I think that's what fucked him. Every other one, he's the underdog and everybody thinks he's going to lose. Tonight, he's the favorite. I don't think that his game plan was the greatest. Obviously, tonight he showed he is tough, he is durable, and almost impossible. I mean, especially against Gaethje. And you're eating those punches from him. You know, it's one thing to say, listen, I'm going to come out. I know I believe in my durability. I believe in my chin, and I'm going to go toe-to-toe with this guy. But when it starts to not work, at some point you got to say, you know what? It's the third round. I got 2 rounds left. I might want to try to take him down and submit him here.
Before we get to the speech that broke the internet, we have to look at the performance that allowed it to happen. One of the main talking points was the absolute schooling that went down. Paddy made it clear he intended to conclude this rivalry in style, and he genuinely enjoyed educating Gaethje. Remember those pre-fight comments? Gaethje confidently stated Paddy's face wouldn't look the same. Yet, as the fight concluded, you could practically hear the winner thinking, "Hey, check your face now. It certainly doesn't look identical anymore, does it?" This serves as a harsh lesson. You simply cannot arrive with that kind of overconfident mindset at this elite level. A true champion must embrace the direst potential result. By preparing for the worst, you bring out your best. Gaethje's fake assurance was horrendous, and it ruined him, and it was this flawless dismantling of a legend that gave Paddy the platform for that emotional farewell. To understand why Rogan was so moved by the retirement speech, you have to understand the mountain Paddy just climbed. The experts were incredibly split. The legendary Eddie Alvarez had warned that Gaethje exerted a unique, stifling intensity, a lack of breathing room that no sparring partner could imitate. He believed that reality would crush Paddy. Then you had Iron Mike Chandler, who has fought both. While he admitted Paddy had a complete skill set, when push came to shove, he picked Gaethje. He described Justin as a gauntlet that separates contenders from champions. The fact that Paddy overcame this unparalleled pressure makes his decision to walk away right now, at the peak of his powers, even more poignant. And let's not forget the noise surrounding this fight. You had Colby Chaos Covington expressing vocal frustration, claiming he would have bet a serious stack of cash on Gaethje. He disregarded the popular narrative, believing Gaethje would bring a storm Paddy had never faced. But then there was Sugar Sean O'Malley breaking away from his peers. He stood firmly with Paddy. He didn't see danger, he saw a stylistic masterpiece. O'Malley boldly foresaw Paddy finding a weakness and finishing the fight with a rear naked choke. And that is exactly what happened. Paddy's intuition and grappling proved crucial when the stakes were highest, silencing the doubters like Covington and proving the prophets like O'Malley right.
That I'm glad it's over and I never want to do it again. I'm like, the fans don't ever ask for a rematch or anything like that, because that would have never. I'm like, I'm glad. He's unique, man, and he's one of my favorite guys to watch. So like, but if you want to beat Justin Gaethje, you have to. So he's a forward fighter and a pressure fighter that he will stand in the pocket. And he's gonna throw everything he got in that pocket. If you don't meet him, you'll get chewed up. So Paddy, the way to beat a guy who like does this, very violent, aggressive pressure fighter, you have to meet him. You have to throw when he throws. So you got to be brave, and you have to go when he goes in between his shots. If you do that, you got a fair shot. If you don't do that, if you're not brave and courageous and throw when he throws in between his shots, it's going to be a really long night. It's going to be a hard night for you.
Now here's where Michael Chandler's take becomes really fascinating. Iron Mike brought something special to the table because he's one of the few fighters who's actually been in there with both of these killers. After Pimblett's stunning finish in April of the previous year, a victory that caught everyone off guard and established Paddy as a legit threat, Chandler gave the Liverpool fighter his due respect. He acknowledged that Paddy the Baddy possessed a much more well-rounded game than his doubters realized. But when it came time to make his official pick, Chandler still backed Gaethje, pointing to Justin's veteran savvy and an overall skill level that he felt was simply superior. The former Bellator king described Gaethje as representing a completely different category of challenge, something Pimblett had never encountered in his professional journey, an opponent whose pressure and power truly separate the pretenders from the real deal. What's your read on how this plays out?
Oh man, more skilled, more experienced, I think better fighter all around, Justin Gaethje. But I also have been on record and said that Paddy Pimblett is better than a lot of people think he is. You know, because of his haircut and the way he talks, and when I fought him, he's better than a lot of people give him credit for. He's got long reach, good kicks, pretty darn patient and composed in there, but Gaethje's a whole different animal. So if I had to bet, I'd go Justin Gaethje, interim champion, and then he beats Elliot Taporia later on this year.
So, now we turn it over to you. We've seen the schooling, we've analyzed the doubters, and we've witnessed the prophecy came true. But what is your definitive take on the aftermath? How do you interpret Joe Rogan's reaction to that final speech? Do you think Paddy is truly done, or is this just another chapter? Spill all your thoughts and theories in the comment section down below. We love seeing those discussions fire up. And hey, if you found this deep dive into the expert analysis engaging, please do us a huge favor, smash that like button, share this video with your fight fan friends, and definitely hit that subscribe button for more in-depth MMA coverage. Don't miss out, because we are just getting started.
I'm leaning towards Justin.
You're one of the few that I've heard say that. Can you tell us why?
I just think he's been in those 25-minute fights. He's been in dog fights before. I think Paddy's going to have a tough time stopping him on the feet, and I don't think Paddy's going to be able to get him down, so he's going to have to fight with him. Unless Paddy can stay super disciplined for 25 minutes, stay at distance, pick his shots. Justin's just a bigger puncher, and he'll put himself in harm's way to land one of those shots. And it's tough to stay away from it for 25 minutes.
Do you think that the UFC wants Paddy to win?
Probably.
Yeah.
Probably, because Justin's talking about retirement, and Paddy's still young, and they can continue to build him. There's a bunch of fights we haven't seen with Paddy. So it's more marketable if Paddy wins.
And so how do you see it playing out?
But Sean O'Malley completely flipped the script with his take. Sugar was all in on Pimblett capturing that interim title, showing nothing but confidence in the British grappler. The bantamweight champion saw this as the perfect stylistic puzzle for Pimblett to solve, spotting opportunities where others only saw problems. O'Malley went even further with his breakdown, predicting that Pimblett would crack the code sometime in round 2 before locking up his signature rear naked choke for the finish. This showed massive belief not only in Pimblett's world-class ground game, but also his fight IQ, that special ability to recognize when opponents are hurt and capitalize in those chaotic moments. At the end of the day, O'Malley felt those grappling skills and superior Brazilian jiu-jitsu would be the deciding factors when everything was on the line.
That's going to be a fun fight. I'm going to go with Paddy, you know what I mean? There's been a couple of times where I thought Paddy's had big tests in front of him and he's passed them. And, you know, he showed me in his last fight he can really stick to a game plan. And he's going to need that with a Gaethje.
So what's your take on all of this? After listening to all these expert breakdowns, how do you see this lightweight battle playing out? What dynamics do you think will determine the winner between these two absolute savages?
Bad, dude. Paddy's not bad. He's very beatable. And Gaethje's very beatable as well. But when it goes into the passion and how upsetting Justin Gaethje has always been about not getting that real title shot, and they just keep dangling it right there again, Paddy's in for a new treat, right? Paddy's the one that's never fought for a belt. He's going in there. He's going to be trying to, you know, get that stuff. He's going to feel a little bit more pressure. He's going to have that little bit of excitedness, in my opinion.
Matchup, you know. Yeah. I think 5 rounds. If this is the common take, everybody gonna say that, not only me. But if Justin Gaethje doesn't stop him on the beginning, he's going to lose. I think everybody thinks like that, and I think Paddy Pimblett will beat Justin Gaethje. That's what I...
Alright, so what's your final verdict on this war? Who performed better than expected? Who let you down? And where do both Paddy Pimblett and Justin Gaethje go from here after this incredible battle? Drop all your thoughts and predictions in the comments below, because we absolutely love hearing from you and watching these discussions blow up. And listen, if you enjoyed this breakdown of all the expert analysis and you're as obsessed with MMA as we are, then do us a solid, hit that like button hard, share this with your fellow fight fans, and smash that subscribe button for more deep dive MMA content exactly like this. Stay locked in, because we're just warming up.
I don't know, dude. I'm kind of leaning towards Paddy. But the way he does get hit with left hooks, he looks so good against Michael Chandler. Paddy's got a lot of ways to win.
He's a scouser.
He's a scouser. Scousers don't get knocked out, you mushroom.
He KO'd Dustin with a head kick too. The fight before the Max Holloway one, which is pretty impressive.
True. So who got, man?
Probably Paddy, rear naked.
Paddy RNC is definitely possible.